loves me, but he's terrified of other people.
Oh, yeah.
This morning, he waits for me. I go over that little wooden thing and I bend over. He gets up on my shoulder. Yeah, he's curious.
Hi, buddy. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm used to ducking under wires. Carol is spoiling you with the.
Yeah, you're taking it down. Good morning. Good morning.
What's the matter, Frankie?
How come?
Got a little hay in your hair there, buddy?
Hi, buddy. All right, so you want me to duck?
No, I'll get you. I'll back. I get him from this way. I'll back him up. Back up, buddy. Back up.
Can I have a kiss? Can I have a kiss? No, you can't eat me. Can I have a kiss? No. That's all right. That'll make good footage, right?
Oh, yeah. Don't forget about Frankie.
I'm coming.
It's coming.
I'm coming.
Forget about me. Even though I got hair in my beautiful forelocks. Pretty good, isn't he?
You got me good. Can I have a kiss? No. Just give me peppermints, lady. Just give me peppermints.
He's not like that.
No, he's not.
That's just not his
He's
thing.
trying, though.
Gotcha.
Over here. Over here.
He will get amazingly close, but he's pretty good.
Hi.
He's never stepped on me as close as he gets.
Really?
Yeah.
No, he's
He's
good.
he's entirely aware of the whole deal.
All right, well, this is CJ, and today Carolyn and I are going to do Reiki on CJ. Of course, he's holding my pockets hostage because we have treats for him. He's very happy about that. He likes the sugar, which we don't normally give them, but for video purposes, we decided sugar may be a great way to keep his attention. So, is that good? Yes. So how old is CJ, Carol?
Oh, the CJ John.
Oh, John, how old is CJ?
I'll put him at 8.
He's about 8. And he loves people and treats, obviously.
Especially little girls.
And he loves little girls because he was worked for a camp, right?
Yes.
So he's great to video because he'll stay right here with us. Especially knowing that I have a whole pocket full of peppermints, he's gonna stay right with me. So, but you have to be nice, CJ. Seriously, biting me is not gonna get you a treat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with. Hopefully he doesn't move back too much. You want to come in the shot with me, and we're gonna start just by activating the Reiki and just kind of pulling in that energy. And he is reacting to eating me.
How's that feel?
Good thing I'm not ticklish. And I'm just wiping down that aura, Carol. So you want to begin by wiping down the aura. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Oh. Oh. Right here. And just continue to wipe down that aura. Pushing out anything that just kind of, bugged him last night or whatever. Look at his little colic. And then we're just gonna start right here at the cheeks. And we'll kind of do it in tandem. And then you just kind of, now remember, when we do Reiki on animals, we don't need to go as slow as we would for people. Okay. So we're just simply smoothing the energy out, rubbing their neck, and just moving that energy down. And you want to come down into the front here because right here you have main chakras. Main chakras in the heart. Okay. In his heart. And of course this is always, they love this spot. Most of them love this spot. But some of them do feel vulnerable in this spot because it is their heart area. But once, he's such a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. And we're just going to keep moving. And then Carol, you want to kind of just move that energy through his legs. Down. You're a good boy. Thank you. Thank you. He's like, yeah. So right now he's communicating with me. He's just happy to be loved and touched, and he knows we have treat pocket full of treats. And Carol, just keep moving that energy down through his mane. Good boy. Good boy. And you may feel them flinch back just because that's the energy touching them, their whiskers, but not only that, just touching the energies moving through those chakras in the body. And you want to try to get underneath as much as possible too. He's a good boy. Thank you. He's good. And a lot of the horses really enjoy like their hind ends. They love that, especially when they're, right? They love that. So it's kind of interesting from native teaching. This little colic here is considered that the horse at one time had a native spirit. And he agrees. Wow. So when you find colics on the horse, they're representation of the Native American spirit within them. It's really cool. Especially these hind legs, you know, when you used to ride him a lot, or when he was ridden a lot, those hind legs get quite the workout, you know.
You've got the one that bleeds when the blacksmith comes over there.
Oh, that's right.
At one time.
That's right. Yep. And this is the foot that CJ had some issues with. Like most horses, he's not particularly fond of the blacksmith. Especially a blacksmith that didn't know how to gauge how to put the shoes on. Yep.
That's because he's relaxed.
Showing off.
Yeah. So as you can see, they just enjoy the gentle energy moving through their body. Of course, right now he's looking at me like, hey lady, I want a treat. I've put up with you enough, but that's okay. He is loving the energy. You can see how he's just kind of hanging with me and enjoying having Mom and Heather working on him. Stay. You are a good boy. And that's it. This is how we do animal Reiki. We move the energy through their body, helping the negative muscles become positive muscles and move that energy so that they feel great and their connection is regrounded. Some horses can be ungrounded spiritually, but CJ is not one of those kind of horses. He is definitely grounded to this property and to Mom and Dad over there, and he loves the energy. What did I know? Been around horses long enough to know.
Frank. Here, buddy.
Careful, Carol. Jeez. You're warning us, and we... Does that sound good, Matt? Okay. He does. He's a great boy.
Everybody loves him. Everybody loves
He's
him.
a good boy.
He's not quite as aggressive. He
No.
will show his interest.
Oh, I stole a kiss. All because of that peppermint. Oh, yeah.
Now we're buddies.
Good afternoon. This is Carol's horse, Frankie. And Frankie is about how old, Carol?
15.
15.
He's turning 15.
He's a good old boy. And he's loving life up here. And today we're going to demonstrate Reiki on Frankie. Not so much hands-on. We're also going to demonstrate a technique of doing hands-off healing, where they still receive the energy, but not quite fully, like with our hands moving all the way down their body. Although we will be doing as much as we can to get our hands onto him, because most animals do love the energy. So. He's like, you don't have a treat. She does. Hi. Hi. Yeah, we're friends. I know. We're friends now. So we'll begin by activating the energy. allowing that source to come in. Hi, buddy. I know. In a minute. In a minute. And we're just pulling that divine energy in and activating it through his auric layers, wiping down Frankie's auric layers, getting rid of any kind of stale energy or energy that no longer needs to be within his body. Was Frankie a workhorse?
He was a rainer.
He was a rainer.
He was broken in as a rainer, which means he got run really hard for brief periods.
Okay, so he's used to being worked hard and then kind of, let me fix your hair. So we're just going to begin by kind of holding our hands about a half an inch away from the body, and we're just going to start invoking that energy, moving it down through him, and just brief periods of petting him just to let him know that we are still moving that energy. He can feel it whether our hands are on or our hands are off. And as you can see, we do have him on a lead line, but just so that he stays in one spot. But since we've invoked that energy, he's really just kind of hanging out. Plus he's treat orientated and he knows I have a pocket full of peppermints, so. I'm just kind of moving that energy through the neck and down into the heart. Down into the feet. Good buddy. Good boy. Just moving that energy. And you can actually see that he feels it because his whiskers are actually twitching up against the energy. As we move down the energy, you can see the body kind of flinching a little bit as we move the energy. And they love it. They love it. It takes especially when they are being actively ridden, it takes some of the stressors off the back. And he's a little ticklish too, huh? You can see that he's very sensitive to the energy. He too is also, according to native tradition, he would be an Indian spirit horse too. He has the nice little colic right here. Be interesting to do some communication with him at another time and see if he could tell us about his past life. That's Carol's next class. Oh, and he has another colic right here. Cute. Although that might be more from saddle. And we want to make sure that we get under the belly, getting into those chakras in the digestive tract, getting the energy moving. On my hair. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Good job. Thank you, buddy. It was great.
He is great.
He was great.
I could tell by he got really relaxed there. I wasn't even holding him at the end.
There, see, it just Reiki, whether they're in sick or in pain or just happy and healthy and enjoying retirement, animals love this energy, just like people. It's simple to do, it's simple to learn, and it's just amazing to. And CJ over there, he's like, I want a treat.
Something without me.
It just brightens up their day, brightens up their energy. Oh, he's gurgling.
It's normal. That's good.
That's a good
what you want.
sign,
That's
right?
what you want.
We want the gurgling.
His single track needs to gurgle.
That's right.
If there's no gurgle, they
Love
can
you.
colic. So
Oh boy, thank you. And then we just kind of say thank you. Yes, and I will give you a treat to say thank you.